Well, today the ag community is mourning the loss of Rural Media Group founder, our boss, Patrick Gottsch, as we continue to reflect on his life and his strides for rural America. We're checking in with some colleagues and industry friends to celebrate his legacy. Sean Haney with Real Ag Radio, RealAgriculture.com, joins us now. Sean, thank you so much for being here. You know, we've been having this conversation throughout the morning that Patrick really was this visionary, right? It was all about ag. It was about farmers. It was about our ranchers and seeing beyond our borders, really globally looking to make an impact and looking to educate and inform. I have to ask you about your memories of Patrick and your experiences in working with him.
Yeah, well, appreciate being here this morning, and I was just, I saw the news on Saturday. I was just really, really shocking, and condolences go out to all of the family, the Gottsch family, as well as all of the staff members, everybody that works there at the Rural Media Group. Really thinking of everybody. I'm sure everybody's kind of a tough day. You like when I think of Patrick, I only had the fortune to meet him face to face probably 3 or 4 times, but he's just a true renegade entrepreneur in like the most lovingly sense. I'm sure there are many times that Patrick had an idea and there was a group of people that said, Patrick, that is a crazy idea. Why? And he just had the vision and the commitment to prove people wrong. Like, you think about the Cowboy Channel, a TV network dedicated to rodeo, and so successful. And you think about what RFD TV does and how it connects people across rural America. And I heard a piece earlier here on the station about also making that connection to the urban people as well through things like RFD TV. In rural radio. So a true visionary and will be very, very missed by the industry.
Well said, Sean. And yes, you're right. It was so important for him to connect city and country together and let people in the city understand where their food comes from. And that has driven so much programming here on the network. For you personally, the impact that he has had on your show, on Real Agriculture, and of course carrying that on Rural Radio Channel 147?
Yeah, I have a lot of gratitude. I really do. We started Real Ag Radio in 2016, and again, sort of a crazy visionary in terms of let's find this guy in Canada that hosts a few podcasts and let's put him on the air and turn him into a broadcaster. And Patrick gave me that chance, and I will forever be grateful. And I think of others like small independents like Rob Sharkey, who does has a great TV program now on RFD TV. I'm sure he feels very similar in terms of Patrick giving people a chance. And I'm here on RFD TV and rural radio every day because of Patrick, and I forever will say thank you, to think of him and say thank you, and be grateful to his family and the team there. So he's had a real impact on my career, and I do appreciate it.
That is so true, and I think so many people that have been part of the Rural Media Group throughout the past, all the way up to today, the impact that he's had on their career, and we've spoken to not only those of us on camera, but those behind the scenes, the programmers, our producers, our writers, our production team, really impacting everyone, giving them a chance and employing them. Listen, times are tough, and there's no bones about that for sure. So having the opportunity to have a place to speak, to have a place of work, and to do what you love and do what you're passionate about. Something that his legacy is going to speak to for generations to come. And maybe you can speak to that, getting the opportunity to highlight rural America and having a man with this vision early on and really to see what he has done and something that will exist long after, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And there's more and more of, there's so much focus all the time because, you think about, I think a lot of TV networks don't necessarily think of rural America as like this, with this, that it has like the density of population. So there's so much focus on cities, and you get that, and you understand the business case for it. But rural America needs people like Patrick Gottsch to step up and say, what, there's people out there in rural America too, and they're doing a lot of great things. And so whether it's creating content for those people to watch, or listened to, or it's for their stories to be told. You really do need people. Otherwise, it's going to be forgotten and missed, right? And Patrick is a great example for sticking up for those people across rural America and saying, we can create content for them as well. And I think everybody should really, really reflect on that, because things like RFD TV and Rural Radio 147, the Cowboy Channel, Cowgirl, they just don't happen. They require somebody to push it across the line and make it happen. Yeah. And he truly was that.
Absolutely. Well said. And of course, putting the spotlight on agriculture up on the Hill. You can't get things done without legislation. And boy, he's got a lot of friends there who are fighting on behalf of farmers and ranchers in rural America overall because of the stand that he took. So, Sean, thank you so much. Thank you for all you do. And of course, a big part of our family here at RFD TV, host of Real Ag Radio. That is Sean Haney. Sean, thank you. Hearing all of these stories throughout the day today, it is so moving, and I know so many of you have your stories that you would possibly like to share, and we would love to hear them. And not only just stories, but maybe you have video or pictures that you would like to post, or maybe leave a message to Patrick's family. We would love to have those videos at rfdtv.com.